All right, hey guys, Jason with Fat Fender Garage, and we have a 1973 to 1979 truck behind me, and I've got this gas tank that we want to get installed. And so one of the things that, as you know, with the 73, 79 gas tank is there's not a lot of room with the original tank. And so we work with Boyd Welding, Boyd Tanks, and he has this killer tank he's made for Fords that we started using. And we're also doing a lot of Coyote swaps. And so there's a lot of question about which tank to use for your Coyote swap, and especially when you get into the 2018-19 and you get into direct injection fuel supply, it's a whole different ballgame than just a regulator. Although a regulator can work, it's not as efficient and it requires a lot more fuel pressure at the injectors. And so what we've done is we've taken this tank and we've modified it with Boyd, and we've come up with a little bit different setup and system if you're doing your Coyote swap that's a little bit more efficient. So this tank comes, you can purchase this on our website here in the next week, but you buy the tank, there's an option for the sending unit to purchase. I highly recommend it. It comes installed, ready to go. You get a rollover check valve, and then you just put a plug in here. This plug can either be a return line or it can be a plug. And in this situation, we don't have a return line on this tank, and so we just got it plugged. These are for the fuel filler hose going up to the gas tank, and we've got this 45-degree filler hose from Gates. It's not quite long enough, and so we've got this little piece we put in on ours to kind of take us up and reach the rest of it. But this is an actual Gates fuel filler hose, 45-degree angle, and ready to go. So what you don't see is you don't see a fuel pump on here, and we do have a fuel pump embedded in this thing, but we've got it kind of hidden under this little cover. And so come check this out. We're actually using a GM fuel pump, and we've got it submerged down in here, and so this actually works. And I've never had a fuel pump, whether it's Ford or GM or whatever it is, I've never had one burn up, but I've had plenty of aftermarket ones go dead, and we wanted to keep this as simple as we could so that you could actually, if something happens, you can go to your parts store, you get a fuel pump, stick it in, you're ready to go. We've got the pump harness right here to turn it on, but we also have this other system we're running in addition. Because we're doing a 2018-19 motor, we're running what they call a pulse width modulated system. And so the computer will actually control how much volts that go to this pump to control how much pressure that it's putting out. And so you're not running your fuel pump at 100% duty cycle, you're just running it based on what you need. And so you don't have a regulator. Sometimes you have an air motive regulator to regulate it back, and then you got to return it back, all the extra fuel. So you're not doing that. You're controlling fuel pressure with a pulse width modulated system. It's way more efficient, it's better on your fuel pump, and if you have the need for more fuel pressure, especially with the direct injection, you've got the power there to get it done. Now, we recommend the system in any Coyote swap. This is what we use. It's about the same as buying a regulator, a little bit of extra wiring to connect the wires, but a much more efficient system. So a much better system. It comes with a long lead, and this part right here, we just install it right in this portion right here. We sell this little fitting that goes in your AN line fitting. This threads right in, you connect your harness, and at the end of the day, we put this cover back on it, and you don't see anything, it's well protected. And then this goes up to the front and you connect it all in, whether you're connecting your fuel line, and then you're also connecting your wires. And then obviously you'll put a plug on the end of here to connect for your sending unit. So pretty easy setup. It bolts right in. You can drill a couple holes right here, bolt it in. These are some factory holes that you can find, and then you can install an additional one for extra security if you want it. And it goes right into cross members. System for the pulse width modulated is a separate system. We'll actually have it as a drop-down menu on our website where you can just select that instead of having a fuel pressure regulator. So super cool system. It's one we're super happy with here. Boyd makes a great tank, and they ship anywhere, so you can just buy it and we'll get it shipped right to you. If you have any other questions, definitely you can email us at info@fatfendergarage.com, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you need. Thanks.